family went with me to Korea. That's including my mom, my dad, and my brother. And from M team, there was 14 people in total, including my 2 coaches. That would be my freestyle team and the senior freestyle team. First couple of days, it was mostly us just getting settled in. So obviously we got to our hotel, we walked around a bit, exploring the city and getting to just acclimate to our new environment. First couple of days, we went to get food as a team. We went to a department mall there, went browsing and shopping together. And then we also, as Team USA, so we all got together and did a couple of trainings together to just get used to the competition feel. So first day of the tournament, it was definitely overwhelming, I'll admit. Once we got to the venue, my eyes went straight to the main stage where I knew I would be performing, and it is the same stage that I performed for pairs. It was the center stage, it was elevated, lights everywhere were shining down on it, and that was, to see that was very intimidating almost. As we got there, we were already surrounded by different countries, so when we were walking by, it was crazy seeing athletes from like all over the world. And I remember sitting down. France was right next to us, and near our other side was also the Philippines and Korea, and just being surrounded by other countries was definitely a new experience.
Okay, day 2. You and your partner were up for under 17 freestyle pairs.
Yep.
So what was it like leading up to the performance? Any nerves?
It was very different because our competition was actually late at night, so like our call time was near 5:30, I believe. And usually freestyle in all the tournaments I've done in the past have been like first thing in the morning. So it was really strange because we went to the venue to help support other people from US competing, and then we went maybe around, I want to say 11-12, we went back to our hotel just to like rest and sleep. So it was very strange to just like not think about competition for a couple hours, and then we went back, me and my partner, we went back to the venue around maybe 3:30ish to start getting ready, and from then we just practiced a bit and chilled.
In the pairs, were there any teams that you were worried about, or anything, teams that beat you?
Out of all the teams, there was originally 11. Unfortunately, 1 dropped out, so that left 10. I think the most nerve-wracking thing was just going against countries, because like obviously this is my first international tournament and my first ever division, so I haven't really gotten to see how other countries are. So I guess not knowing what to look out for in my competition was definitely a bit scary. I do think that out of all the countries, Korea was definitely the most intimidating because, well, it's a Korean sport and they're known for dominating this competition.
I can tell you for myself, the minute she stepped on the mat, yeah, the nerves started popping up for me when she stepped on the mat.
Any parent would be.
Right.
It's like, oh God, please don't get hurt.
But
for me, that's what's going through my head.
But it was fantastic experience to be able to watch your child be on that kind of stage. You know,
knowing that she loves it.
Knowing she's doing what she loves to do.
So first round, semis, we were up. I actually don't remember when we were up, but it wasn't our strongest performance. I think it was partly on me because that was I felt very weak, in my opinion. Just having to take in everything at once slowed me down a bit, and we ended up getting 5th going into finals. At that point, our main goal was just to make top 4. And then we got 2 hours rest around. Our call time for finals was around 7:30. They took the top 8 teams. So we rested up a bit, watched some anime, and ate a little snack before we went on. And then once we were there, we after our performance, we just waited to see what our score was. It was a pretty high score. It was higher than our last score. Our last score being in the 6s and our next score being in the 7s, 7.08 I believe. And then if we were to beat the next pair after us, we were guaranteed top 4. So my partner and I, we waited to watch the next pair after us, and we found out that we made top 4 right after. That was pretty. That was an awesome moment between us. And then we went back to holding. Right soon after, maybe 20 minutes later, our coach told us we made 2nd, and we were so stunned. We didn't know what to say. For teams, I didn't really have as many nerves because it's not the I already competed before, so I had a feeling of what to expect. I think the thing that made me most nervous was the floors, because when I did pairs, I learned that the mats are extremely slippery, and I did slip a lot in my semi round for pairs. So I was hoping for teams that I didn't have to worry about it too much, but it was definitely scary to hopefully not fall.
Alright, so during your performance, you're performing, obviously, but something happened in the middle of your performance. So what was it?
So happened? For that one, I actually, during my 720 spin kick, I actually did fall, which sucked. Unfortunately, when I did my 720, I slipped. When I landed, I had no ground and I just fell. So as I was walking back, I felt like a sharp pain as I took my first step off, and I was like, oh, crud, this isn't good. And then as I got closer and closer, I realized it started hurting even more, and I felt it because my body started to cool down at that point. And then right after I got off the mat, I immediately had to sit down, and it was kind of shocking. And the rest of my team leader was on the ground because she fell too. She was mad, and we're all there just tired out of breath, and just trying to recollect on what happened.
Well, did you even notice that you injured yourself?
I did. So like I said, I think it was my adrenaline that pulled me through the entire routine. Through my mind right after I fell was, don't fall again, don't fall on your flip, land it and stick it. Because like once you make a mistake, you can't like reflect, you have to move on because it's in the middle of the routine too, so you just gotta keep thinking on what's next instead of, shoot, I fell, because if you keep thinking about it, it brings your entire confidence down. So I tried, like, the rest of the routine was just me focusing on making sure I land my flip.
After the final routine, in team freestyle, Allison actually turned her ankle in the competition. And so she limped off the mat. We can tell she was really fighting it, but she limped off, and when she got to the side, eventually she had to be carried off to holding, and she was attended to by the Team USA doctors. Allison couldn't walk, and so Big Brother threw Allison onto his back and literally piggyback carried her from the competition venue through the streets of Goyang to the hotel, taking periodic breaks here and there. But once they got to the hotel and dropped off their stuff, the team was heading out into town to have dinner and just kind of walk around, and Alex continued to carry Allie on his back. Alex was the chariot, and just to see how Alex supported Allison,
and how much Allie enjoyed it.
Yeah, it just made it so wonderful for us as parents. I mean, that love and support. Mm-hmm. So that was very meaningful to us.
How do you feel bringing home the silver and the bronze home at your world debut?
It's freaking incredible. Going to my first ever Worlds and bringing back 2 medals, not only just 1 but 2 medals, is I think that's pretty insane. Yeah.
That's it?
That's all I have to say. It was insane to, like, for my first ever international tournament, to bring home 2 medals is insane. Like, there's some people who go out there just being in the competition is enough for them, and yeah, I think it's beyond an accomplishment to me to have 2 first ever world medals.
How did you guys feel when Allison won a silver and bronze medal at the tournament?
Sigh of relief,
Proud.
proud.
Yeah.
That she turned her ankle, and it's nothing worse than that. But yeah, definitely proud for seeing your child achieve what she set out to do.
Yeah.
That was a big thing.
Yeah, I got hyper focused. I started to make sure I have enough room on my phone to take like another 200, 300 photos. So being able to watch her go onto the podium and hold the U.S. flag, the USA flag with her partner, and then eventually with her teams, and just getting that attention that comes with medaling at this level, it's something I'll never forget. Like, that was incredible.
How proud of you of Allison for all of her accomplishments?
Very proud, very there's a lot of joy in watching your child just be able to practice, right? Practice, compete, and get to the top.
I would say that for all her accomplishments, we have been able to watch her really excel in the sport since an early age, and we have tons of medals from all the competitions that she went to, and along with her son. But I think the interesting thing is, I think for us, accomplishment is really watching how she's just grown up before our eyes, right? Like, we got to see her. Because we spend a lot of time with her, especially like driving, we get to have conversations with her, and I get to hear how she prioritizes things, how she's balancing life with competition, training, social life, academics, her friend, just different things. And just watching her her thought processes, and just watching her evolve before our eyes, that's what I'm more proud of. It's more than the medals now. I mean, it's really about it's just watching her become someone committed to her relationships with her friends, someone who has utmost respect for those who are helping her achieve these accomplishments from a Taekwondo level. She acknowledges her teachers in school who are helping her and recognizing the fact that she has a very busy schedule. She's grateful for the coaches at Elite who continue to still give her attention and help her or promote her, those different types of things. There is so much. I love hearing when she talks about that stuff, right? And I ask her all the different things you want to do to just recognize. She's like, well, I want to go visit Elite Taekwondo because I want to make sure I thank Josh. I want to make sure I thank Coach Avila, Master Avila, Coach Tuan Vo, Coach K, all the different people who are involved with just her development. Mm-hmm. And then she wants to make sure she thanks all the people who've given her a home when we travel. We've had people who've loaned their homes, loaned cars to us.
We're in other states.
When we're in other states when traveling. So that helps so much because this is an expensive sport sometimes. And so she's so appreciative of that. I'm appreciative of it from a parent's perspective, but she also is like, I'm gonna do a thank you card. She does different things to make sure that she acknowledges and recognizes people.
Thank you so much. Thank you to my family, my friends, everyone who helped support me to get here and be able to compete at the World Championships in Goyang City, Korea. It's a dream come true, to be able to compete with all of these countries and get silver in my first division. I'm so grateful to be here, and it's such a momentous occasion. And once again, thank you so much. Ready? Guys, ready? Rite of passage for the eater. And